Morning, folks. Long night. Long night. Long night. If you checked out my video right before this one, that's pretty much what happened in a nutshell. But let's talk about this for a little bit. And you know, I'm in disbelief like most people, but at the same time, all the trends were pointing in that direction. When I say trending, meaning the United States of America is founded on what happened yesterday into this morning. If folks understanding yet? I know a lot of people understand it. It's just still just hard to believe that this is how this country was founded and still operate in the same way. Right? Agreed?
Feed my man here.
So you can hang on. It's going to be long. I'm going to be on here just shooting the breeze, kind of. You can tune off if you want to, but this is part of the grieving process. I guess you can call it part of the grief. And so you can stay with me while we do that, while I make my coffee, and I'll just chit chat so we can talk about this. So for the most Americans that are going to be waking up to this, they also are going to be in disbelief simply because most Americans are good people, right? And most Americans really don't know the true history of the United States of America. They know that. And it was on display. Not only did he win the Electoral College vote, which is a really awful system, but that system's in place on purpose. A lot of people don't understand that. So the founders of this country put that in place simply because this was about a slave thing. Okay? This is about a slave thing. I know folks don't want to hear all this right now. I get it. But this is the reality. This is it. This is the reality. That's why the electoral college is in place. The way they divvied it up like that. We're not going to get all in explanation of that. I know people don't really want to hear that right now, but that's why that's still in place. But they need to get rid of it, but they'll never get rid of it. Simply because this is what they know. They know that this is it's like a, what do you call that? What do you call that in gaming? I don't do a lot of game. I don't do any gaming. But the cheat code. The cheat code is in place that they will always be in power. You follow what I'm saying? They will always be in power in this country. Because this system is not like this anywhere else in the world. Only here. This is the only country that enslaved black people. Now people are going to jump up in my comments, and we know through history that yes, there were other places that have enslaved people, but not like here. Not like here. So, not only did he win my cat is spoiled, by the way. I give him food, but he wants his treat. Excuse me, man. See, and then he's gonna get his stepped on. He's been bothering me all morning. Yeah, man. Hold on. I'm here. I'm still here. I'm still here. Look. Not only did he win the Electoral College vote, but he also is winning the popular vote. That's another signal. It's another signal that the video that you guys were checking out and gave me much props on, which I appreciate. The stronghold is still in play. They have a stronghold that they are not going to get. They're not going to relinquish that at all. By all means, they're not going to relinquish that, folks. Do you understand? It showed you. If folks have forgotten, he just showed you. So, I know people are down. I'm down. I'm down. So don't lose your mental health over this, okay? I really, truly feel awful for women. But we got to be truthful. Women, remember who makes up the majority of the population here in the United States of America, they also made a decision. So I know that's hard for people to, but understand YT supremacy. Understand YT supremacy, okay? Misogyny. YT men must and still obviously have control of their YT women. Please understand this. I know this is not going to be popular, but I'm on here to tell the truth. But they actually were the determining factor for why this turned out the way it did. Not the Latino vote. They are on there still trying to push that. Don't pull on that string. That's not what it was. It's not the few black folk that voted for him. It's not that string. The majority of the people in the United States of America are Caucasian people. Always remember that. You're pulling from a pool that's like this is the pie. This is the pie. This is the pie. This is the pie for Caucasian people. It's even more than that. Okay? The rest of it is down here. So they have a lot to do with why this came out. They have a stronghold on them too. I talk about it in that video. It's not just people of color that they have a stronghold on. They have a stronghold on their own women. Let me turn this all the way down. All right. So we got a lot of work to do. And it's going to be a long 4 years. Now, folks may say, hey, Solo, that video you made that had all those options. Some people jumped up in my comments and they said, yep, but we, the Democratic Party, we're just too goody two-shoe to even pull off any one of those options. You're probably right. You're probably right. And I said this in this video right before this one. The only thing that we have, I haven't seen it yet. I don't want to speak on it yet. But of those options, the only one that's still in play, well, they're all in play, by the way. But the one that I'm hoping for more than all the other options is that Hakeem Jeffries becomes the leader of the House. Because if that's in play, then a lot of things that we're fearing are not going to go through. They've got to go through the House of Representatives. Okay? I know this was long. If you want to stay on, I got a little bit more to talk about. So I will be diving into, because a lot of people don't know why the YT community on the planet, remember, this is a global thing. This was a microcosm. What you saw here is a microcosm of what they as a people are dealing with on the planet. I'm not talking shit, folks. It's for real. Just like I did, you can do the same thing, and you can go look up all the stuff that I'm going to be talking about from this point on. Because I told you guys, after the election, after the silly season, I'm going to be diving deep. So stay with me. If you're not following me now, start following. Because we're going to get into the nuts and bolts of why we are where we are in the United States. We're going to go all the way back. I'm just letting you know, just give you an overview. We're going to go all the way back, even putting a little science in there. Okay, a lot of history, lots of history. And we're going to start all the way over, you know where, on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. Because that's where it all began. And here we are, 2024, and here it is happening right before you, right before your eyes. Okay? So, I hope this was informative, and I hope it kind of gets your spirits up a little bit. I know it's going to be difficult. I get it. But I just hope that we can get through. It's going to be tough, folks. It's going to be tough. I realize it. But you can't lose. Don't lose your mentals, okay? Because if you lose your mentals, then you can't think clearly. You still have a life to lead, all right? And if your mentals are messed up, that messes up your physical, okay? And the stress is a real thing. Stress is real, and it can affect your health. So try. It's going to be tough. You got to go through a little mourning process, little grief here. I get it. But try your best to think positive. Okay? I'm going to get off of here. Thanks for hanging. For the folks that hung all the way through, appreciate it. But and if you're not following yet, go ahead and follow, because like I said, we're gonna have a lot of stuff to talk about. Also, I just thought of this. I'll come on later on today and talk about with the sentencing here in a couple of weeks, even how all that plays out. I mean, I don't even know yet. So I'm going to do my due diligence and figure out how that plays out. Can he be, I'll see, because I don't want to speculate right now. And as you know, if he gets, well, he's elected. When he's in office and he puts out his first executive orders, the first one's going to be what? Yep, Jack Smith's investigation. Gone. Guess what else? Any other things he's got hanging over him? Gone. Why? Because the Supreme Court says he's immune. I'm going to leave it right there. This is what we're getting ready to be dealing with, folks. Okay? Take care of yourselves. See you guys in another video.